What is going on, guys? Real quick, wanted to go ahead and talk to you about the wing stack formation. Now, the wing stack formation is going to be set up like this. You need to have a fast tight end to run this scheme. Chiefs, after spending all night playing the game, playing different people, getting different looks, you need to have speed. You got to have speed at receiver, you got to have speed at tight end. And honestly, it's best if you do have Mahomes. You have Bazooka. You have, the 143 throw power. Just because this formation does revolve mostly around, bombing your opponent. You got the really good run scheme with the stretch, the dive, but you're really looking to hit with the bomb play to Tyreek. The other receiver doesn't truly matter. There is a temperamental cover 3 bomb that you can use, but for the most part, not really what you're looking to hit. But you're mainly looking to attack with Tyreek Hill in this outside left receiver spot, and then the tight end. Now you notice I do put a tackle at the opposite tight end. I block this guy the majority of the time. The way this game is programmed, if you block a tight end, they get instantly shedded pretty much right off the bat. So just to go ahead and get back into it now that my controller died, you'll see what I'm talking about. And I'm going to run through this pretty quick because I am a little bit low on time. But you have 2 runs, right? You have the stretch, you have the dive. Not going to focus too much on either of them just because by now you know how they work. Whichever one you don't come out in, I come out in the stretch. I put the dive in my audibles. If you want to come out in the dive, then put the stretch in your audibles. Really that simple. The other audibles you will use is going to be spot stick, tight end spot, PA fork. Spot stick is going to be very good against cover 2. Tight end spot, very good against everything besides Tampa 2. And then PA fork is your deep bomb. So we're going to come out and stretch, audible around, right? So not focusing too much on the run. It works just like every other stretch dive combination in the game. Stretch, obviously, run it to the outside. And it actually does a good job because we do have an additional tackle out here. Dive is going to be your run right up the middle. You can cut the dive back if you want. Both are phenomenal runs. Now let's get into the individual coverages. Now this is not something I typically like to talk about, right? I don't typically base my offenses around, this type of coverage, that type of coverage. I just don't really think that way. But for this scheme, you kind of have to understand which formations your opponent's coming out in, just because you have plays designed to beat them. Now, tight end spot is going to be your main play that's going to pop every cover 3, cover 4, anything with a deep zone by the outside corner. So here you'll see, I'm just going to come out in random plays. Your setup is going to be to block the running back, flat the tight end, or in this scenario, our tackle, flat the beat receiver or circle receiver. Now, pretty much right off the bat, you see his man coverage. You're looking to hit that corner out. Now, every once in a while, every blue moon, man coverage will actually play that route. It is extremely rare. It happens a lot more in practice than it does in a game. But basically, what you'll see happen is you're going to throw this corner out with a down and outward pass lead, and it's going to happen like that pretty much every single time. So, once again, anything besides the Tampa 2, and you're good. You can throw the pass to the flats. Like you saw right there, that was some sort of an engage 8. This is going to be a Tampa 2, but you see that you can throw that square in, the deep dig route. That's going to get over the top of every single hook zone in the game. So the only thing I've seen somewhat play that is going to be your 3-recs, and that's because 3-recs kind of do whatever they want. So there you see, I'm no idea what the opponent's coverage is in. I'm just out here running plays. See, you can dump it down. Downside to having a tackle out there, they might not catch the ball every time, but see, that's what's going to happen against man coverage on this corner out 99% of the time. They just get absolutely crushed. Now, the only thing I did want to talk about is if your opponent is in a Tampa 2. right? I'm going to actually call the Tampa 2 so I can show you. If your opponent is in Tampa 2, it can really throw off the timing on tight end spot. So let me go ahead, do the same scenario. You'll see right here, he drops back pretty much right to where we need to throw. So if you throw that down and outward pass lead, it's going to get picked off. What you want to do when facing this is you want to smart route the corner route, and then you also want to have a flat route underneath. I tend to leave the running back when I think it's Tampa 2. So I will do this scenario right here. That way you can pass lead above them as whoever that is decided to swap my pass now. Go ahead and do it again. So here's my setup when I know it's Tampa 2. And like I said, you're just going to pass lead above the cloud flat. Now, if Kelsey drops the ball or if your tight end drops the ball, you know, it's all RNG at this point. But you're going to be able to throw it over the top of the corner every single time. Just that pass lead, possession catch, you should be good to go. That's against Tampa 2. That works to the wide side or the short side. It does not matter. I'm going to do it one more time, then we'll move on. There we go. Once again, pass lead up to the sideline, possession catch, easy dot. Now, moving along, if you know your opponent's running a lot of Tampa 2, say they're manually guarding that corner out by Kelsey, you can run spot stick. That's pretty much the only reason I use this play, spot stick, is because it's going to dominate the cover 2. All you want to do is block the running back, streak the circle or the B receiver, and you're looking to hit Tyreek Hill once he breaks to the outside. So you'll see pretty much right away, boom, pass lead to the outside. The corner route goes too deep for a cloud flat to play it. Obviously, a hard flat's not going to play it. A soft squat does not play it either. So once again, you'll see that you can throw this just right over the top, and it's for a huge play every single time against Tampa 2. I'll do it one more time, then we'll move on to the actual bombs. There we go. Easy dot. Now, let's move along to the the fun part of the scheme, right? So you got spot stick to beat cover 2 deep. You have tight end spot to beat basically everything besides Tampa 2. And then when you're facing the cover 4s of the world, and because keep in mind, this is a run heavy set. Like, you want to pound the ball with the dive and the stretch. People are going to run a lot of cover 4. So PA Fork, Tampa 2, both are your primary run defenses, man coverage as well. They're going to get bombed by PA Fork. So let's get into that. And I think I'm still in Tampa 2, right? So what you want to do is you want to block the running back. And then you want to leave everything as is. You want to motion Hill out just a couple clicks. And then ideally, you're going to be able to sprint to the right and be able to throw this pass off. Now, practice mode pass rush is pretty rough. So if I get the time, you'll see you can absolutely bomb Tampa 2. And I'll go to the instant replay just to show you what happens. The safety actually dumbs out completely. The guy that should be in the deep zone on the right-hand side, this safety right here, you'll see he drops back initially, drifts to the middle of the field, and then as soon as the guy running the out route breaks, he starts chasing the out route. And that makes zero sense, but apparently that's the way Madden is coded. You'll see he's going to drift that direction. By the time he realizes the post is over top of him, that's a smooth 6-7 yards plus of separation. You have a fast receiver. It's GG's, right? So now you do have to get time, right? We are blocking a ton of people when we're running this setup. So, I mean, you're essentially blocking, 5, 6, 7, 8 players. So you're not going to hit this over and over again. It's just not going to happen. But you will be able to get this off probably once or twice a game before your opponent really catches on. If they're in Tampa 2, it's a little more temperamental than, say, Tampa or cover 4. I would personally stick with spot stick as your cover 2 beater, but PA Fork is not a bad little glitch to have in your back pocket. Once again, you just motion the guy out, hike the ball. Now, if you can roll out just a little bit, you can see you're able to throw over the top of him for an easy touchdown as he's going to glitch out. So now let's go into cover 4. We'll show you that this works the exact same way out of your cover 4s. So one of the main run defense people use is cover 4 drop show 2. You're going to do the exact same setup, right? You're just going to motion hill out, a click, hike the ball, and then with this, you're going to be able to bomb right over top of the safety. And I was thrown a little bit early, but Damon Harrison's trying to get up my neck right now, so go ahead and do it one more time. If you can get out of the pocket for a split second, you'll be able to throw this for an easy one-play touchdown. Like, it really is that simple. But you can't abuse it. Obviously, people will start to guard it, but it will bomb cover 3, it'll bomb cover 2, it'll bomb cover 4. And then if you have a really good receiver, like a Tyreek Hill in this spot, that route will beat man coverage as well. So ultimately, that's the scheme in a nutshell. Like, you can do other things, other setups. One thing that I do a lot is at a spot stick, I will smart route the out route, flat the tight end. So I will do this setup right here, and I'm mainly looking to low ball to the out route on this right hand side. So you'll see, boom, it's going to make us break through the low ball. I do this at a tight offset. That's a setup that I really love at basically any tight set in the game. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, like I said, you really want to pound the ball, you know, with the stretch, the dive combination. You have spot stick. You have spot stick to beat cover 2. It will also bomb cover 3 if their safety is opposite the receiver side. It's really difficult to show that in practice mode. Just know, same setup you normally would do with the streak. If it's cover 3 instead of a cover 2, the streak will bomb the left-hand side. So that's that. Tight end spot, you're looking to hit the corner route. You're looking to hit the deep end once it pops all the hook zones. And then you PA forks your bomb play. If you had the ability to put a route chem on the field, you would put it where I have Hardman right here. If you had the ability to put him on corner routes, post routes, it would really take this scheme to a whole nother level. I didn't want to do a whole bunch of editing in this video, so I just picked the Chiefs. That way I could show you the best bomb potential. Obviously, Mahomes and Tyreek are the best bomb players in Madden. So it's the reason I went with this team as opposed to the others. You can use the Eagles, although you really are taking a run-heavy approach at that point. Just because Zach Ertz is not as fast as Kelsey. You really want a fast tight end. The ability to do the fullback wing package gets a running back in this outside spot, which is not beneficial to us. And obviously, you can't put a receiver at tight end, so basically, you need a fast tight end to really take advantage of this scheme. So that's pretty much it. That's the single back wing stack formation. Hope you guys enjoy it.